Welcome to the Good Games Podcast, episode number 180. This is a show where we talk about video games and gamer-related things. My name is Frank from Palm Menso, and I'm your host. And as always, I'm joined by the co-host of the show, Alex Nunez. What's up, sir?
I'm doing well, I think, all things considered.
Oh boy, what's going on?
I don't remember the last time I slept, Frank.
Okay.
It's been at least a day. I'm hopped up on nerds and candy and shit, just so I can be energetic for this show. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna crash and burn very soon.
So we gotta make this quick.
Nah, I think we're good. I think I got nerds at the ready right here in case I need them for emergencies only.
Well, I know this isn't happening right now as we record, but today or tonight is the Game Awards.
Oh yeah.
As you're listening to this. So, I mean, are you at least excited for that coming up?
I feel like
it's going to be the start of technically it's going to be like the start of mad video game news.
World exclusive.
World exclusives. Maybe not exclusive to the system, but world exclusives. Yeah.
That reminds me now. I'm thinking, is the Chick Hyderabad gonna make a comeback this year?
Yo,
I doubt it.
I would love it.
Yo,
I would love it.
That reminds me.
I love every second of that.
Did you see the Chick Hyderabad at Comic-Con this year?
New York Comic-Con?
Hell yeah.
No.
Sheikh Hyderabad was there in person. I saw that motherfucker. I was like, yo, Frank will lose his fucking mind. Holy shit.
Why didn't you call me? Why didn't you tell me? I had no idea. Where was he?
I have no idea. I was walking on the floor and somehow came across him at one point in my travels.
Oh, no.
And then I was just like, yo, it's a Sheikh Hyderabad. Holy shit. It's bigger than I thought it would be in person. But there he is.
Was he just standing by himself? I shouldn't associate a gender with the Sheikh Hyderabad. Sheikh Hyderabad could be any of us. Could be male, female, dog, cat, chicken, whatever. So
yeah.
The Sheikh Hyderabad, was the Sheikh Hyderabad standing by itself, or was it surrounded by a crowd or something?
It was a sort of a crowd. I think it was part of some promotional booth or something on the show floor. I don't remember. I just kind of saw it in passing. I was like, hey, this is that thing I've seen before, and it's ridiculous that it still exists, but here we are.
What is it doing there? It's a celebrity. This is a real celebrity just in our presence. What was it doing there? Oh my God, you should have called me.
I mean,
I'm not gonna forgive you for this.
I spent most of that day trying to find you, Frank. Let's be real. You wanted to hang out in your little VIP room all day because you were so tired of so many days of Comic-Con.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of days of Comic-Con. It's just
now you pay the price. You missed out on Sheikh Hyderabad.
Yo, if I knew he was going to be there if I get to go next year, I'm going to look for him. It's gotta stop that. I'm going to look for that Hyderabad, and I'm going to take I'm going to take all the selfies.
Yeah.
And I don't do selfies, but I'm going to
make an exception.
And I'm going to do all the selfies. I'm going to even get a selfie stick just so I could take so many different angles and filters and, make sure the Hyderabad approves of the filter before I post it anywhere.
Is this a Sheikh Hyderabad approved filter?
Yeah, I'll just look to the Hyderabad, and the Hyderabad will just thumbs up, thumbs down, nod its head, shake its head. And then that's how I'll know.
There you go.
But yeah, we're gonna have all the fun.
But yeah, the Game Awards, they're happening tonight.
Yeah, man.
I don't know if I would say I'm excited. I feel like that's too strong a term, but I'm definitely curious. I'm looking forward to it. I always like to see what they're doing. And especially now that they've divorced themselves from Spike TV and the nonsense that used to be, and now it's sort of becoming something sort of normal, but there seems to always be some issues that or at least I have issues with the show still year after year, but I think that's just the reality of putting on a show on that level and putting it out there, and Jeff Keighley does cool shit sometimes, so I support the man in his endeavors.
Yep.
How about you, man?
Well, I was gonna say that 2 days later, gonna be a PlayStation experience.
Yeah. Capcom Cup 2?
Yep.
Jesus, everything's happened all at once. What the fuck?
Yeah, the two events. Well, now it's 3 events because Capcom Cup happened last year, at PlayStation Experience. But yeah, these events are for at least the Game Awards and the PlayStation Experience are occurring. They always occur in the same week, like for the past 3 years.
Sounds
4
about
years.
right.
This is the 4th year, I think, actually.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I've done lost count. I can't say anymore.
Yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of stuff happening, man.
Mm-hmm.
All these rumors flying around and the reveals that we're gonna get treated to and new trailers for stuff and that we know is coming and some surprises.
Some things that we do know about, like that PUBG desert map. They're gonna finally show it off.
Mm-hmm.
For once.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for this week. It's gonna be a good week as far as like new video game stuff that we can look forward to.
It's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
And me, in my sleep deprived state, I'm just like dreading everything right now. But hopefully, I can catch up on that very much needed sleep, and that way I can ingest all this crazy gaming craziness is gonna happen.
And the nerds.
Hell yeah.
By the nerds, I mean the candy, not people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just clarifying. Okay.
Yes. We're staying on brand.
Yes. So, all right. Cool. Well, cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to all this too. I don't know what to expect, man. I'm kind of nervous.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay.
The other thing I wanted to mention is I finally finalized all my MagFest shit.
Okay.
So what's that? Like a month out? MagFest is happening?
Yeah. Awesome. I technically finalized all my MagFest stuff too, but yeah, things just didn't work out the way I wanted them to, man. Like,
yeah,
things this year have just been so hectic with MagFest, and it's not a knock against the show itself. It's just a knock against the way accommodations were handled.
Growing pains, man.
Yeah, I mean, but really, growing pains. It's what, this is the 17th or 18th one, or 19th one.
I have no idea.
Something like that. I figure. I think it's because they were trying something new, and it's try to accommodate the growing number of people. I think that this year it just didn't quite shake out, in great fashion, but. Whatever. It's you win some, you lose some years. But there was that one year. What? Yo, right in the Gaylord. We were right there.
Oh, man.
Upstairs and downstairs at will. It was great.
Don't even need to go outside.
Nah, I don't need to go outside at all. Well, except to eat, maybe. But even then, you could probably eat in there somewhere. But yeah. But cool, man. Yeah, I will see you there. Unfortunately, I'll be commuting every day. So...
I'll basically doing the same commute that you will be doing because I'm so far away from the freaking convention center.
Yeah, you're basically you're going to be in Virginia, and MagFest is like right over the border. Mm-hmm. So
yeah,
but all right, yeah. Well, hopefully see everyone else there, and it should be fun. MagFest has always been a great show. For me, at least, and I'm hoping that more people just understand what this is all about. And again, I gotta shout out Geek Mythology Crafts because I was just like if it wasn't for them, I would have never known what MagFest was. What is MagFest?
Yeah, I never heard of that. What?
Yeah, what is that? And they're like, you don't know what MagFest is? I'm like, I don't. What is it? And that was 3-4 years ago. Yeah, that was 4 years ago that they told us about it, and now look at us.
We're converts.
Yeah. We think we're such experts. Yep. We think we're such experts. We think we know everything about that show, and we have yet to be surprised. But all right, so let's start the show, and let's start the episode with what we've been playing. And Alex has got some games on deck for us, so tell us what you got for us this week.
Yeah, so... Seems as usual lately, been playing a little small medley of things. First of which is Rez Infinite. because this game is. I found myself like strangely coming back to this game every now and again. It's I don't know what it is. It's like part of it is the music. I mean, the music is a big part of this game, right? And yes. I really love the Area X tracks, and some days I'll be like, hey, maybe I should just listen to that song. And then the other times I'm like, I should just fucking play the game, because playing the game is better than only listening to the song.
Yeah.
But yeah, like every now and again, I'll just kind of go in there and just vibe out in Rez Infinite. And this last time I kind of wanted to, I guess, get the Area X achievements. And I was kind of tempted to like get a guide and figure out what to do, but I was like, nah, it doesn't feel right. I just want to kind of get in there and just do stuff and see what happens. And then eventually I figured it out. And instead of just kind of like full bore, just going head on and shooting everything that I can in sight, I kind of, explored around a little bit, and then I found some extra stuff to shoot at and got some extra pickups, and that allowed me to, whatever the goals were. I think one of them was to just be in your final form or complete the entire area without getting hit. Just silly stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I still love, man, Area X is so good. I just wish they had built a full game.
Just around that one part.
Or just like based on that like foundation. Because so good. So good. I wonder how much or how sales were for Infinite, to see if it warrants like, exploring the game further or like a sequel or something. I don't know, man. I don't know, but yeah, Area X on its own is still fantastic. Like, I'll just load up that level and do it over and over again because it's so good. But I've also been doing some more Animal Crossing stuff. The Pocket Camp mobile app thing. They rolled out their first event, so now they're doing some Christmas stuff, and they actually rolled out something else too. Like, there's now new like animal guys that popped up. I don't know if they're there temporarily, but they kind of like put it in the game as like a notice, like, oh hey, these new guys are available, and you can make friends with them and build new furniture and things like that. So I don't know. It's whatever. I'm still kind of occasionally checking in. It's still not like the full on Animal Crossing that I would want, but it's something, I guess.
Yeah, actually, my wife plays that game.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, she was playing it today. Actually, we were watching TV.
How does she like it?
She likes it. She's never played an Animal Crossing game before, and I told her, I'm like, well, this is not like the full on experience that you'd get. It's kind of like a very limited, or it's a very limited experience to what you would get with like a full game.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her, I'm like, if you do like the game enough, I can introduce you to like real Animal Crossing, and it'll take over your life. Like, there's so much more to the game.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh well, I haven't gone through so much of the game, but she likes it enough.
Yeah,
she likes it enough.
That's cool. Yeah, I mean, you're not doing anything with your 3DS anyway.
No, I'm not. No.
If she's super curious, just hook her up with that new leaf.
I'm like, I can legit like introduce you to like real Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
And, just go for it.
Yeah, I've been tempted to like boot up my new Leaf Town and kind of see what's going on there. But I don't know. There's just so many other things going on. 2017 is a fucking crazy year for games, and seems irresponsible.
And it's also easier to play it on your phone than it is to go to a whole nother portable system to just play that game,
Yeah, but it's not the same. That's the thing on the phone.
No, it's definitely not.
Yeah.
It's definitely not. Because I played a little bit of the game through her, and I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
It's just like, I'm kind of just like going there, collecting resources and stuff just to have them, and then fulfilling requests to level things up, and that's pretty much it. I don't even care about like decorating stuff anymore. Except I did
just been fishing.
Yeah.
That's all she's been doing, really.
Pretty much. That's what I've been doing. I did set up the big ass festive tree, the little Christmas tree thing. I put it in my campsite because it's the holidays and all.
Right.
But that's what I've been doing at Animal Crossing. Just occasionally checking in. They're doing events and stuff, which I was kind of curious how they were going to handle that stuff. And it's like, I don't know. It's like, it's not the same. It's just like, okay,
it's not the same.
There's another resource that you can collect candy canes now, and you can use the candy canes to craft these like event specific furniture items, like the like the Christmas tree and other like jingle themed items and stuff like that. So that's available, I think, just for pretty much the month. I think it'll end on Christmas is about what the time frame is on that. So there's some time left on that. But yeah, other than that, it's still not blowing my socks off. But other than that Destiny 2 expansion pack came out, and I've been playing some Curse of Osiris.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. I've only played like the campaign portion of it, and I've done some of the adventure stuff, which is like their version of side quests. It's fine. Like the campaign is specifically, it's like it's not doing anything brand new to the Destiny formula. You're still kind of going places, shooting people, and going to the next area and things like that. But there are a couple cool moments. There was like one about halfway through where there was like a boss fight that started to intro, and it did something that subverted my expectations. And it was cool the first time, but after that happened, it was basically just another, Destiny boss fight. But it was kind of a funny moment when it happened the first time. But like if you were to go back, and because the nature of Destiny is to do things over and over again, if you were to see that again, it won't have that same impact. But I don't know. At least they seemed like they're trying to have fun with it. But also like there's so many like beautiful fucking set pieces. Because I know like in their streams leading up to to the launch of this expansion pack, they were kind of showing some stuff off, and I know one of the things that they avoided showing off was past Mercury, because a lot of this expansion is taking place on Mercury, which is kind of like bland. There's not a lot going on there. It's almost like a desert type world, but I think in the lore is because like the Vex have taken over the planet and they're kind of turning it into a big giant machine. But part of this machine allows you to kind of like go through time, because the Vex are all about like time traveling and shit like that, and trying to erase people from existence and to create their one perfect future or something. Whatever it is they're fucking trying to do. And now you can go in and access what they call the Infinite Forest, which is their kind of like their time manipulation machine, where they can kind of run simulations of, trillions upon trillions of different versions of reality and shit like that. And you can actually visit Mercury in the past and in the future. And holy shit, when you go to past Mercury, that shit is phenomenal. It looks so good. I was like, holy shit. I've never seen something like Destiny. Already, they do very well with their art. They have some of the best skyboxes in the biz. And man, Mercury in the past, Mercury was like, oh, holy shit. Because they mentioned they kind of pay lip service to like, oh, Mercury used to be a garden world when like the Traveler came and terraformed all the planets in the solar system. And I was like, okay. And yeah, holy shit! Like now that I've seen it, I'm like, oh, okay, that it is quite a marvelous garden world for sure. But yeah, I was like, okay, I was like, there's some cool set piece stuff in here, and I will say like the final boss of the story, of like the core story is pretty good, at least compared to like what the past Destiny like single player bosses have been. They've been just bullet sponges. You kind of just shoot until they die. Occasionally fend off some waves of enemies, but this is a little more interesting. It almost felt more of like a strike boss, where there's like, you have to like, usually the boss is shielded in some way, and you have to do something specific to remove the shield, so then you can then do damage. It was very cool. It was very cinematic too in terms of like the fights. So that was, they're doing new things there, and I like that. But besides those things, like nothing else stood out really. They did kind of add some new areas, I think, to the existing world. So it's not all just Mercury. They have you like, trotting over almost all the other planets too to do some of the story missions. But even on those planets, there are occasionally, or at least in some instances, there are some new areas that were not previously accessible in the core of the Destiny 2 campaign. But yeah, other than that, like the story is only like, part of the thing. The meat and potatoes of this is going to be the end game content, which I have not done a lot of. Again, they made a big deal about like the Infinite Forest thing, which in the story mode you kind of access a lot. I guess to briefly explain that, it's kind of weird. It's like you go in and it's supposed to be sort of procedurally put together. it was kind of funny because they almost went out of their way not to say that this is procedurally generated, because they said that they crafted a bunch of like pieces of levels, and then they created a bunch of these and then put it in the computer, and then the computer kind of puts them together like a Lego set in different configurations.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, so I guess it's to provide some like variability to the game, and to, so that you don't see the same exact thing every single time. Because, a lot of Destiny in the past has been like, okay, I'm going to run this strike over and over again, and I'm going to know exactly the room layout of everywhere I'm going. And I guess this is supposed to keep players on their toes, because they might not know exactly what the layout is going to be. But that part of the Infinite Forest, it looks kind of bland. It's not like visually interesting, and it's not like any of like the level layout feels like it's like super important anyway. Like, I don't know why they even made a big deal out of like saying like, oh, hey, we made these things so they fit together, and you're never going to see the same path, twice or whatever. But it's like, I don't know. It's like, it doesn't even matter. Like, it might as well be the same thing over and over again, because it's not that interesting to begin with.
Yeah, it sounds kind of a little, for lack of a better term, it's just kind of like put together. Like, just...
Yeah, it's a different way of doing it. Or it's a way to kind of somewhat randomize it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so because basically, like, you go into this portal, right? And then you're inside the Infinite Forest, and you're supposed to get from like the outer area of that forest to the inner area, and you get to another portal. Instead of like being just a straight line, you're going through these, sequences of platforms, and sometimes the gate is locked, so you have to kill a certain amount of enemies. There's like certain enemies will be tagged as daemons, and they basically hold the key to the door, and once you kill them all, then you can, unlock the door and go past them. And then the next section kind of loads in front of you. And then once you get to the portal, then you're off in a different section, and that section I think is more of what you would expect from like a pre-made Destiny level. And I think there's like 4 different levels that you end up being. So they're just kind of like randomly kind of cobbling together this path for you to get to this thing that they've already pre-made. It's a kind of a weird thing. I don't understand why it was such a big kerfuffle to mention, like, oh, hey, we put all this work to make this thing, and it's like, I don't really care. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, like, I'll have to like obviously spend more time with it and see how I react to it in the long run. But so far it seems interesting. Like, you can you had to do like 4 of them. You had to do like 4 of each variation as part of like the progression, and then after that you unlock the heroic versions of that, which are pretty hard. Like, they're almost on like par with like the Nightfalls in terms of difficulty. I tried to do them by myself, and I was like, it was not happening, because enemies were kicking my ass. So I don't know if it's just I have to get my power level up, or just, I might have to go in with a fire team. But they throw in modifiers as well for the heroic versions, which I wasn't expecting. So again, it's like another way that it is similar to the Nightfalls, in that there are different ways in which they could be harder, and I think that will vary day by day. So that, at least, it'll kind of be... It'll provide some sort of challenge for people especially if they do rotate every day, like I think they're doing. So at least it's like another option in terms of like, okay, I've done the Nightfall already. What else can I do? Oh, I can probably do these heroic adventures and fuck around with that and get my 2 tokens and a blue thing, which I did get.
2 tokens and a blue
from doing that. Yeah, it was kind of funny, but. I don't know. Other than that, it was cool. I enjoyed the story for the most part. There's some weird stuff. I still hate the fact that your protagonist is silent. They made it even worse somehow, because there was like a back and forth with the ghost. Well, I'm sorry. There was no back and forth. There should have been a back and forth, because the ghost was talking directly to your dude and asking him questions, because Ghost was out of commission for a little while and looking to you for answers. And obviously, I can't provide anything because this motherfucker can't talk for some reason. They lost their voice.
Rude.
I know, right? It's terrible. And like, why did they even put that? Why did they write it like that? Like, it's like you guys just want to hurt me. Yeah, it's yeah, like the story's good. I want to see the new raid layer. I want to see what that's about. I saw the teaser trailer. I don't know when it's going to launch, though. Some people were saying it's going to be out on Friday, but I think that's just pure speculation. But from what I saw from like what they showed in the teaser trailer, like some of the environments, it looks fucking crazy. It looks like nothing like that's in the current raid as it is right now. The other thing I want to say is the game fucked up for me right at the end of the Curse of Osiris campaign. And it's not the game's fault. It's my internet's fault. But I finished it. I beat the last boss, and my guardian comes out of the portal and is like all triumphant and everything, and then fucking black screen. And I'm like, what the fuck just happened? It was the beginning of that little epilogue cutscene, and then what? Oh shit, it's gone. And then I lost my internet connection, and I was like, no. So I didn't get to see anything like what was supposed to happen. Like,
so do you don't have to do it all over again, do you?
Well, thankfully, no. I would have had to, because there's no way to access that. That I can't watch that movie again without playing that mission again. Right. And again, Destiny 2 does not let you play story missions whenever the hell you want. You have to, you can only play when they're in the weekly rotation, as it were.
Oof.
But crazily enough, like I played it the day of, like that it came out, and people already had the fucking last mission up on YouTube. So I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna watch this. I was like, yo, holy shit, motherfuckers waste no time. God damn.
Yeah.
God damn.
People are crazy.
Yeah. They're hungry for those clicks, man. Got to get that sweet ad revenue.
That's money right there.
Yeah. But they also threw in with this update some balance changes as well to the game. Some stuff which is kind of been people have been wanting for a while. Pulse grenades have been super overpowered since launch of Destiny 2. It's almost like no one else uses any other kind of grenade other than pulse grenades, and maybe the void wall grenades. So it was funny reading the patch notes because they say like, oh, we increased the value, like the damage values of this grenade, and they list off like 16 different types of grenades. I was like, okay, every other grenade in the game has been brought up to like
buffed.
Yeah. And then they nerfed the pulse grenades. So I was like, oh no, why did you do that? But it had to come, but yeah, I think they also balanced some other stuff. I know the Hammer of Soul super got some buffs because that was a little lackluster, but I'm kind of surprised they didn't touch the Dawnblade super, because that is another super that has been kind of like why is like almost nobody plays that subclass, because the Voidwalker and the Stormcaller for Warlock are so much better. But I know there are Dawnblade fans out there. They make it work, but it feels like a lot of the solar subclasses were left to the side, especially by the community, because it's like everything else is so much better. But yeah, Gunslinger and the Hammer of Soul, which are the other solar subclasses for the other two classes, they got some love in the buffs, but not in the Warlock one, which I was like, huh, why no love? I don't understand. But, yeah, I don't know. Destiny 2 is still, they're doing stuff. They're slowly making some improvements. I know there's going to be another update next week to try and fix some of the stuff that they had promised people last week, because after we spoke last week about the whole Destiny 2 XP kerfuffle, they put out their blog post detailing, steps that they were going to be taking in the future to kind of improve the state of the game. And we got the first part of that this week, and next week there's going to be some more stuff. But I know the XP stuff, I think, is going to take a while to finally fix, or to get their to get their desired kind of implementation in place, because they have a lot of work to do to lay that foundation. But yeah, they're making some strides. It's still like but I don't know. It's slowly getting better. So I was like, whatever. I don't know. I've said it before. I'm already locked in for the ride since I've pre-ordered everything. So I'm just gonna see how it goes and see how long I play, because I know for sure I'm looking for an excuse just not to play this game for a while. I just want to play other stuff, but I keep coming back. I should mention too, you should be proud of me, Frank. I was very much tempted to put money into Destiny 2. I very much was opposed to that fact, but they were selling because of the new expansion. It's the end of Season 1, and all of their loot box stuff was retiring because they had like specific stuff for Season 1, and now Season 2 is here, and they've recycled all that stuff out and put in new stuff. So they had that sweet ramen emote that I wanted, and I could never get it. But you can buy it with in-game currency, but I could not get enough currency. So instead of spending money, I just deleted all of my Eververse shaders to create enough bright dust, and I just made it by the skin of my teeth. It was like the very last shader. I got just enough of that bright dust to get my emote, and now I have it. And I didn't spend a dime.
That's good.
I know, right?
That's good. Although it seems like you went to a more extreme measure that you could have simply just paid money.
No.
So it just begs the question: would you have paid money if it was the case where you weren't able to trade in the Ever shaders?
No, because you know what? They don't deserve it right now.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
Oh, all right. Well, that's good. I'm proud of you.
They did it bad, and I'm not giving them no more money. But yeah, I was because even if I did spend money, it was going to be a crapshoot anyway. Because I don't know if I'm going to get what I need for it. So yeah, I was like, nah, fuck that. But I was just happy that I was able to dismantle that stuff, and it was enough. If it didn't work out, I probably had to dismantle some other shit like ghosts and ships and stuff like that. But didn't need to come to that, thankfully. But I was willing to sacrifice everything for my ramen.
Well, I'm glad you got what you were searching for.
Yeah. Too bad I couldn't get the Salt Bay emote, but
oh no,
that's another day. But yeah,
that's actually a nice visual. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, man, it's a fucking dope shit. Man, I love that shit. It's just like sprinkling salt all over the place. It's great.
I know. That's funny. You should get that.
I should have, man. I wanted to, but ramen was number one. Salts was number 2, but yeah, if in a perfect world, I would have had both, but wasn't meant to be, my friend.
I see.
But yeah, man, that's like pretty much all the games I've been playing this week.
Cool.
What have you been doing?
Well, in my PC/fighting game frenzy in the past few weeks, I decided to pick up some games on Steam.
Okay.
Because I'm just like, yo, I don't have these games on console, so why not just get them on Steam? Because the PC's right here, and
it's not doing
I can run them now.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's easier. So, and I also picked up one other game that I already own, but I just wanted to play it again on Steam and do it all over again. Great.
Okay.
But one of the games that I picked up was Under Night and Birth EXE Late, or UNIEL, as it's better known as, because that's a long-ass title.
Yep.
So UNIEL is a Arc Systems Works fighting game that was developed by, I'm forgetting the name of the company at this moment, but it was developed by the same people who did the Melty Blood games. And I'm not sure if anyone listening knows about Melty Blood, but Melty Blood was not a bad fighting game series that came out in the early 2000s, I believe. And this being an Arc Systems Works game, I'm like, I've always wanted to try it, and I've always wanted to kind of like, say like, hey, okay, I played Melty Blood. I like Arc Systems Works games. Arc Systems Works were responsible for getting me into Persona in the first place, because I had no idea about Persona before Persona 4 Arena.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm like, let me try this game out. I gotta say, UNIEL is pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
As far as anime fighters go, it's pretty damn good. Like I've gotta say, like I'm getting that same kind of feeling that I had with Persona 4 Arena, where I was just kind of like, I'm interested in the characters, and I want to play every character just to find out like where they're going and where their place is in this story. And the story is not terrible. Like, as most anime fighters go, the story is so bad. But in this game, it's not that bad. And the main draw with this game for me, it being an anime fighter, is its mechanics. Like, it's kind of like Guilty Gear and Blaze Blue, but it's like a happy medium between the two. Whereas Guilty Gear is less combo intensive, but hard as fuck to like learn and play properly. Blaze Blue is easier to play, but the combos are really intense and crazy, and matches can swing either way. This is kind of like right in the middle. It's kind of like I think it's like a good learning point for a lot of people to play this game before they attempt to try to play Guilty Gear or Blaze Blue.
Okay.
And that's what kind of draws me to this game. So the mechanics are great. Like, it's basically like Blaze Blue mechanics where you have a low, medium, and high attack button, and then you have a button that's not really unique to the character, but this button basically, it's like a system, it's like a sort of system uniqueness where you can use this button to add different properties to your attacks, or charge your super meter, or use your super meter in different ways, like with your cancels and your throw techs and stuff like that, involve this one button. So it's kind of different in that respect from the other two games like it. But the fighting itself in this game the flow is very nice. Like, I really like games that flow really well as far as fighting games go, and this game has that for me. Like, where I'm able to use every single character, and every character is very different from one another.
Yeah.
And I feel like that flow translates very well to each character. Like, each character feels very different, but their flow is just it's so well done, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm just sad it took me so long to play this game. And, beautiful looking game, as most Arc Systems Works games go, anime fighters go. Beautiful looking game. The music is fucking dope. Yeah. It's like on point. And I'm really liking the characters like a whole lot. Like, the main character, I like him a whole lot. I like Lynn, who is like the female main character, and I like Gordeau and Seth. And there's just a lot of characters with, like, they're all, to me, like, really cool. Their designs are really cool. And I want to know more about this game. And I understand why this game is still being played, like, in side tournaments and, like, fighting game stuff that happens.
Yeah.
Around. So, yeah, UNIEL's pretty dope. I'm not going to say too much more about it. I think I've pretty much covered what makes the game, like, pretty special. I do plan to play the game a little more.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, it's legit. I think it's really good. It's not sucking me in as much as Persona 4 Arena would, but it's close. It's close. Whereas Persona 4 Arena, I was just like, I want to know everything about everyone, and I want to know now. It spurred me to buy Persona 4 and eventually Persona 5 and Persona 3 as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, UNIEL's pretty dope. I'm just trying to figure. I'm not sure if UNIEL's an original story or if it's based off of something.
Yeah, I wouldn't know,
because Persona 4 is obviously, Arena was based off of Persona 4 and 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Whereas Melty Blood, I think, was also based off of an anime. I'm not sure which at this moment in time, but yeah, UNIEL's pretty dope. UNIEL's pretty fucking dope. I dig that game a lot, and to be able to play it on Steam and just run it perfectly, I'm like, yeah, this is awesome. I can do this. And yeah, so I picked up 2 other games too, and that was the one I wanted to talk about this week, because it took me forever to kind of like get into it. I've always been meaning to play it, but it's not bad. It's got a great flow, and I'm trying to use it to bone up on Blaze Blue Cross Tag. Because they have UNIEL characters in that game too.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I think when I played Blaze Blue Cross Tag at New York Comic Con, a lot of the system of Blaze Blue Cross Tag I think is taken from UNIEL rather than like Blaze Blue or Persona 4 and so on.
Okay.
But yeah, like I felt like the game system was very much more UNIEL than Blaze Blue, Guilty Gear, and Persona 4. So
okay.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. But then again, I only used Ruby and I used Hyde a lot of the time.
Oh, okay.
Who's the main character in UNIEL? But yeah, it's a great game. I'm so sad that it took me so long to discover that.
Yeah, I thought you had played it at some point before, like on PS3.
I never got around to it. And I'm just like, man, I just wanted to be able to play it. And I remember it came out on PS4 and PC, I was like, oh, okay, now's my chance. And I was meant to get it on PS4, but then, I just never got around to it. And now it's on PC. And I'm like, well, I should just get it on PC. Why not? I don't have to move very far to just play it right here. So yeah, it's pretty legit.
Do you have any idea how the online player base is on PC?
I don't know. Actually, I think as with most games, I think the online player base is definitely more on consoles. Like it's definitely higher on consoles. I mean, you can even see that with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, which is a current game that's running right now, current popular game that's running right now, where the PC player base is pretty much dead. Like, at least online, it's pretty much dead. Like, but PS4, it's still very much alive. And is it that game out on Xbox? Yes, it is. Xbox One, it's also very alive on Xbox One and PS4, but on PC Online, practically no one plays it. And I think it holds true for this. If anyone still does play, it's definitely on the console rather than PC.
Right.
So, unfortunately, I think that's just the lay of the land.
Yeah.
But yeah, the game is pretty old too. Like, it's a PS3 game.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I definitely wouldn't mind playing this game against people, because I tried to go online with it on Steam, and yeah, there was no one.
Wow.
I think I waited like 20 minutes.
Damn.
Yeah. And I was just waiting and just queuing, and no one was there. So I'm like, yeah, maybe it's not the best time.
Damn.
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna do a little bit more research and see maybe I can find people that still play it. But I'm pretty sure I was thinking that people would probably gear up to play it because of Blaze Blue Cross Tag coming.
Right.
But yeah, no one was there. So, but yeah, have you played this game at all?
No, I have not.
No? Okay. I think you should check it out. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool game. It's a nice little anime fighter. Again, it's like I think it's a good entry point into anime fighters in general. And yeah, it's got a really good flow to it, and the characters are so different. And
yeah, it's like, I don't know, it's something about the art style is like doesn't click with me. I don't know if it's just because it's still using like the older 2D pixel style of it, and I've seen the future with Guilty Gear and what they're doing with Exard. I'm like, Guilty Gear looks so much better.
Guilty Gear does look good. I think there's something to be appreciated for the hand drawn stuff, though. Yeah, like, because it's harder to do, but at the same time, it's still I appreciate it, and it still to me looks really pretty, as is. But most anime fighters, they all look like that. Like, they all look like super high res, and really popping with colors and effects. And yeah, I still like those games a whole lot. But again, it's definitely a product of its generation, because again, it's a PS3 game. Yeah, and It's actually funny thing. The games that I picked up are all PS3 games.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll be talking about another one of them, and at a later date. Probably won't be able to talk about games for a while. That's just some of the stuff we have coming up planned. But
yeah, things are popping off.
Yeah, but yeah. No, I definitely think you should just check it out. Like if you see it on sale or something, definitely check it out. Like it's a pretty good game. Pretty nice flow to it.
Yeah, it's just so hard to justify because I'm already like, let alone games in general. I'm already in like a pretty huge fighting game deficit as it is right now.
Yeah,
I have so many, and I've played
being crushed under the weight.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, UNIEL's pretty legit. As anime fighters go, and I think as fighters in general go, I haven't had a lot of fun with a lot of fighters, and I've had a lot of fun with this one. Like I've spent a lot of time on it already, and I've only had it for about a week, and I've been pretty much playing just that. And now I'm just kind of like, God damn it! I think I'm too late. Too late to the scene. No one plays this game anymore. But I'm sure there are people that play it. I just got to really search for them.
Yeah, probably just like people just private match or something like that.
Yeah, most likely. It's like I got to hit up some fighting game groups or something and just be like, hey, you guys play UNIEL a little? It's like I'd like to play and learn. Yeah. No, it's pretty legit. But all right, that's it for what we've been playing, and we are going to move into headlines. Whole headlines, and we are. Before we do, please go to InnerCityGeeks.com so you can follow along with us. So
here we go.
All right, the gaming world kind of freaked out a few days ago when I was just like, "What?" So Capcom brought out an old friend that I completely thought they forgot about, and they announced Mega Man 11 for a 2018 release.
Jesus. I didn't think that they forgot about him. I thought they took him out back and buried him. That's what I thought.
Well, I guess I was being a little bit more optimistic. Damn. But yeah, man, Capcom announced Mega Man 11. I think this is an early reveal ahead of the PlayStation experience that's coming this weekend. But like Mega Man, like if it's Mega Man, it's pretty much insta buy for me at least, and for a lot of people because I took to the interwebs and. Yeah, everything gaming related. We're like, yo, did you see Mega Man 8? Mega Man 11? Mega Man 11 was even crossing over into like different genres of groups that like I'm a part of.
Oh yeah,
it's like a fighting game group that I'm a part of on Facebook. Was just like, oh my god, Mega Man 11, and people are like, yeah, Mega Man 11, even though it has nothing to do with fighting games, but god damn it, I think it's because it's Capcom.
Yeah,
so very much. Grandfather of fighting games right there, the publisher at least. But yeah, Mega Man 11 is happening, and they have a trailer. They have a trailer video up, and as far as what I saw, not too crazy about the art style and the way the game kind of like moves and looks, but
kind of reminds you of something else that came out not too
Mighty
long
Number
ago.
9. It looks very much Mighty Number 9, so I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
But you think Mighty Number 9 and you're like, ooh. But Mighty Number 9 was Mighty Number 9. This is different.
This is Mighty Number 11.
This is Mega Man 11. So again, anything Mega Man, it's insta buy for me, so I'm definitely going to get it and try it. And they say the release date is not, it's not like a set release date, but it's tentative that it'll be released in late 2018. So in time for the 30th anniversary. So yeah, I don't know. What'd you think about all this?
I had that same reaction about like I just saw the trailer and I'm like, oh shit, it's Mighty Number 9 all over again.
Of course.
But again, I have like zero connection to the Mega Man franchise. I've never played a Mega Man game. I don't. It's not on my radar. Is all it is. So I have to defer to you. Like what? Like if anything grabbed you from this trailer, like does it capture that Mega Man-ness?
Not really. But I'm going to say that because it's probably like a year before we're getting the game.
Yeah. So hopefully they can like
very early.
Yeah, add some stuff to it or give it.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll add stuff, and yeah, I mean, the trailer shows like some essential stuff, but like stuff you're expected that's going to be there, like, you know, you beat a boss and you get their abilities, and you use the boss's abilities to beat other bosses or to platform in different ways through the levels, and that's pretty much all they showed. And they showed the transition between the like Mega Man of old and then this new style.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it with the trailer, but it's very early, so I'm still very optimistic that they can pull something off with the final build once, it's all said and done.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, you really should play a Mega Man game, man. Like you really should.
Eventually.
Like, God damn it. Why the hell? What are you waiting for? Practically the whole series. Well, we'll talk more about that a little later. Actually, like very, very soon.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, you should at least play the Legacy collections. Like, yeah, just get them.
Okay.
Play them. Just play them. They're nostalgia goodness, man.
I don't know. I just find it hard to go back to retro games nowadays. It's like,
well, but yeah, I'm sorry. You could. I'm not sure if you finished your thought before that you said that you didn't have a tie to Mega Man games, but are you gonna try this game out at all, or are you just gonna kind of just wait and see?
Probably not. I'm not. I'm just gonna watch you and live vicariously through you and see what your experience is like. Because again, it's insta buy for you. And it definitely doesn't seem, even if I were to delve into Mega Man, this doesn't seem like the first one to delve into for a newcomer.
Yeah, I can definitely suggest to you which Mega Man games you shouldn't play. But I'll do that after this next article. Some more Mega Man news.
Oh boy,
which was announced like right after. So they announced. Even though it's kind of like, well, but cool. I'm cool with it. I'm still going to get it. But they announced that Mega Man X 1 through 8 is coming to the PC, PS4, Switch, and Xbox One. Again, next year.
Okay.
And that's cool. I pretty much have all of those games in some capacity, but I'm probably still gonna get this because, yeah. I'm just kind of wondering which Mega Man X3 they're going to put out. Like, are they going to put out the Sega Saturn version, or are they going to put out the Super Nintendo version?
Right.
Like the Sega Saturn version had like the anime cutscenes and it had like the remixed music, whereas the Super Nintendo version was the Super Nintendo version. It didn't have any of that stuff.
Yeah.
But I say Mega Man X3. I say Mega Man X 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are best in the series. People are saying 5 is the best in the series. I'm pretty partial to 2 and 3. And 6 is it's all right. I didn't like it that much. 7 is atrocious.
Did you seriously say like 4 games are the best in the series?
Yeah. Yeah, they're all really good.
But are they all
really good?
The best? Is there not one that is better than the rest?
I would say if I had to choose one that's better, then I would say it's hard. It's a toss up between X2 and X3. I would say X3 is the best in the series. But I'm very partial to the second game, X2.
Okay.
But X3, like in every way, is the better game to me. So I would say X3 is the best in the series. And X4 was just like a big jump in the series as far as graphics, mechanics, everything.
Uh-huh.
It was just a big jump in the series, so that's why I like X4 a whole lot. And people say X5 is the best in the series overall because X5 improved on that jump in mechanics and just did things in a really big way. And so, and I understand, but like I said, I like the older ones better. And then they kind of started going down in quality. 6, 7, and 8 were not that good. 7 is the worst by far.
Okay.
X8 was better than X7. I had a lot of fun with X8, but it was still X7 just done in a different way with a new character as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. But yeah, Mega Man X 1 through 8 is coming in a collection style, I would assume. And it's coming to seems everything that's out right now. And actually with this, basically that means that the entire Mega Man series is going to be available on definitely on the Switch. Like the entire series is going to be available on the Switch to date, with the exception of like the spin-off games like Battle Network or Legends. But
Trombone.
Yeah. But yeah, you can get Mega Man Legacy Collection 1 and 2, and I'm not sure if they're going to release this in two installments or one.
Yeah.
Or in as individual titles or like little collections. I don't know, but
sounds like they don't know either.
Yeah. But yeah, this is pretty cool. I mean, again, I have all the Mega Man X games already in capacity, and they had a Mega Man X collection that came out for the PS2 a while ago, and that was Mega Man X 1 through 6, and at the time that was all that was out. But yeah, now you can get all the X games, and I really wish they would continue the X games, but yeah.
Well, maybe that's what this is for. Like, they've been doing the Mega Man Legacy collections, and now we've got a new mainline Mega Man game. What if this does well?
Might be right.
And then they do
get an X9.
Yeah.
You might be right. Because I mean, they did Mega Man 9 and Mega Man 10 a lot later on in the life of Mega Man.
Yeah.
And then it's been like, I think Mega Man 10 came out like in 2010 or 2011. Yeah, it was 2011. And then now 7 years later, we're getting, or 7 or 8 years later, we're getting Mega Man 11. So maybe you're right. Maybe this is a test to see like how it sells, and if it sells well, then we'll get a Mega Man X9. But if we get a Mega Man X9, please do what you did with Mega Man 9 and 10 and go back to the way things were. Don't fucking 3D it up and try all this bullshit. Just keep it simple. Just kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. Just keep it simple.
Mighty Number X9.
No.
Yeah.
No, don't do any of that crap. Just go back to the way things were. I know it's easier and you might need more resources or whatever, but you're a big publisher. You have the money. You have the money and the resources and the people and the talent. Just get it done the way when the games were successful. So, yeah. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know if you care about this at all.
Again, same as last time. I have no connection to the Mega Man series. Although I kind of do want to call a little bit of an audible. All this Capcom talk reminds me that they did that little arcade edition stream for Street Fighter V. Did you happen to catch that?
No, I didn't.
Okay, it wasn't worth watching. Really? Not for like people like us. Like maybe it was more for like a casual audience because they were showing off just arcade mode and just playing that. So they didn't really show any of the new changes. Although they did, I think they did succumb to chat a little bit and try to show off some of the V triggers, but only the ones that they showed in that initial trailer. So no like brand new stuff, but they I don't know, they got some, or we got a little bit of details on the new V triggers, but not a lot. But that demo is going to be at the PlayStation Experience, so if you happen to be there, you can get your hands on that and hopefully see all those new V triggers and any new balance changes that happen to the game of Street Fighter V.
Yeah, man. Wonder when they're gonna. Wonder how soon after Arcade Edition releases that they're gonna announce Season 3 is officially in full swing and those new characters.
I'm sure they'll do something similar like last year, and then after Capcom Cup, they're gonna roll a trailer and it's gonna be Sakura.
My money's on Sagat first.
What did you see?
I think it's gonna be Sagat first.
Did you see what happened after Red Bull Battlegrounds with the confetti?
No. Oh, that's right. You saw all the cherry blossoms and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
It's a little too on the nose there, so
yeah, that might be Sakura first. Yeah, then. I'm okay with either way. I'm okay with it either way. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, that's cool. Capcom seems like they're coming out in some way, shape, or form. I'd never expected Mega Man 11 to be something.
Right?
No idea. I had no idea. That just out of the blue, everybody's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Huh?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mega Man 11. I'm like, okay, I'll get this. I'll get this because I have to.
At least you don't have to kickstart it.
No. Thank goodness. Capcom, they're like, yeah, we don't want to screw you guys over that badly. Question mark. Question mark. But yeah, all right. Well, all right. That's it for Mega Man news. I'm just super excited, and a lot of people are too. Like, oh my god, everybody was like going nuts.
Yeah,
it's crazy. But okay, so in other news, a little while ago we reported of the voice actor strike, being lifted, and there were concessions made for voice actors and companies alike, and they reached agreements, and so yeah. This is allowing voice actors to come back to recording and doing some of their best known work. And one example of that is that the original Life is Strange actresses are coming back for the special episode that is planned for the new Life is Strange prequel sequel. And the prequel sequel is going to feature Max and Chloe, who are the two main characters in the first Life is Strange. And Ashley Birch and Hannah Tell are returning to voice Chloe and Max, respectively.
Okay.
And I'm very excited about this. I'm very, very excited about this because Life is Strange is such a really great experience, and they, while I like the new voice actress that's doing Chloe right now, it's nice to see Ashley Birch return to do Chloe.
Yeah.
Because she was Chloe in the first game, Uh-huh. And so they have a video here of the voice actors kind of doing their thing and just talking about, looking forward to doing the special episode. And Hannah Tell, she seems like the nicest person in the world. Like, oh my god, she's oh my goodness, she's so happy to just kind of be there, doing this. And I'm just like, oh no, she's so adorable. She's so nice. But yeah, I'm excited about this in general. And it's just more Life is Strange, which is always good. So. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I don't know. What do you think about this?
It's a little weird, but I think ultimately it is kind of cool to see these the original voice actors kind of reclaim their titles as or reclaim these characters that they created or that they made an impact with people in the first game.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just weird that they're adding a whole nother episode. I don't know if this was planned before or not.
I do know that it's the special episode is only available with deluxe edition.
Okay.
Which was available before the game came out. It was an option. So it seems like it was planned. I'm just not sure if they planned to do it with the original actresses. It's because the strike was still going on, and I think that maybe they were like, all right, we can just get another person to do Max as well.
Right.
But when the strike lifted, they were like, oh, okay, let's do it with the original actresses. And I think it just might mean that it's just going to take a little longer for the special episode to come out.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but it was definitely planned beforehand. But yeah, you can only get it with the deluxe edition of the game. So, and on a side note, a quick note, they're going to be doing, or at this point, they have already done a Life is Strange Before the Storm episode 3 trailer, and supposedly in that trailer they might announce a release date for episode 3, but apparently they're saying it's coming very soon. So as I kind of said, or as at least as we discussed on the show, that it's coming out sometime mid-December. And it's around that, it's getting to be that time. So I'm assuming it's coming out in the next few weeks. So yeah, we'll see eventually. But yeah. I will be playing episode 2 in preparation for episode 3, and then I'll go right into episode 3 and finish it off. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I do want to see where the story goes. I just need more sci-fi stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah. So in the last bit of news that we have, what the fuck? So the last bit of news that we have, hey Alex, do you like cereal?
I sure do.
Like do you like plain cereal, or do you like the breakfast cereal with like all the sugar and the marshmallows and stuff?
I take on all comers.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. So Kellogg's and Nintendo have teamed up for Super Mario cereal.
Oh yeah, baby. It's like we're back in the 80s and 90s again.
It's like we're back in the fucking 80s.
It's so good.
Yo, so this is a sugary breakfast cereal that's actually designed to promote Super Mario Odyssey. And it's a limited edition cereal. And apparently it's going to be available to everyone, well, limitedly, on December 11th. And and I'm getting to the good part, don't worry. So this cereal, it's a mixed berry flavored cereal with power up marshmallows.
That's PR talk for it. It's a bootleg Lucky Charms.
Pretty much. And if you look at it, you can see like, yeah, this is pretty much Lucky Charms. Okay. Well, I haven't had Lucky Charms in forever.
Those marshmallows look cool though.
Yeah.
Little question mark blocks and little
the mushrooms. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But why do I always got the milk like that though? Like the milk's like, seems like the milk is like very like, it's very a lot of action going on. Like people don't know how to dip the spoon in the cereal right or something.
The high viscosity. Photographs better.
Yeah, I guess. It just makes translations like action cereal. Okay, so the best part about this is that what? Is that the cereal box itself, it's the reason why it's limited edition. The cereal box itself is an amiibo.
It's a motherfucking amiibo, man.
What?
They made a piece of cardboard into an amiibo.
Yo, they can do it all. They did everything.
Fuck a toy. We're going to make the whole thing a toy.
Fucking box. A box.
Yeah.
A box is the amiibo. Okay, so yes, it is. Yes, that is true. The box itself is an amiibo. It's just probably, again, the reason why it's limited edition. So yeah, you have a cereal box to add to your amiibo collection, by the way, now.
Make room on your shelf.
Yeah, because you're not going to have any for a cereal box. Did not expect that, did you? So the boxes amiibo feature will let players in Mario Odyssey receive gold coins or a heart in the game. I was kind of expecting that like it would do like maybe like other amiibo stuff. Because, like, if you do, like, certain amiibo in Mario Odyssey, you get, like, costumes out of them.
Yeah.
But most amiibo will only grant you, the coins or a heart. And I would think, like, with this cereal, that they would at least give you, like, a cereal box costume or something, or, like, a marshmallow costume, something along the lines of the cereal, like, the theme of the cereal.
Turn Mario into Captain Crunch.
Yeah, but you're not Kellogg's. Not Kellogg's. It's General Mills. So I was just think like they would do a little bit more with that. And I'm also assuming that the cereal box is also going to allow you to find the stars in the game or the moons in the game, as all amiibo does. Like that's no exception. Like all amiibos, if you need to find some moons, like it'll give you a hint, and you have to wait 5 minutes and then go back, and then in the 5 minutes the little amiibo thing, the doc will tell you like, oh, okay, the moon is located here, but we can only tell you where it's located, not how to get to it or how to get it when you're there. So I'm assuming that's still the case, but yeah, I just expected a little more because you're making a fucking big ass cereal box in amiibo. I would just like give me a costume, just give me something crazy.
Make it exciting. Like that shit back in the day, you know, all the crazy fucking toys and shit you'd get inside the cereal box.
Right.
Feels like this is kind of like a harkening back to that, but then like, you just don't get anything really.
Like to me, it would have made more sense going off of that idea. It would have made more sense for me to like, for them to say like, okay, we're gonna do cereal, but we're gonna do a Super Mario cereal. It's limited edition because it comes with a limited edition amiibo inside of the cereal, like the old days.
Mm-mm. See, that would just cause stampedes and shit.
It really would.
Yeah,
it really would though. It really would though. I mean, I understand like this creates less turmoil. But I think that would have just been the right move. That would have guaranteed your cereal boxes like flying off the shelves, even though they still will. But you know, I would think like that would have just been the more logical step to take.
I just rather the amiibo functionality of the cereal box just do something cooler in game.
Yeah, it's pretty much a basic amiibo at that point. Like yeah, but the fucking cereal box is an amiibo.
Well, yeah, I guess because you could also, because if it did do something cool, like you could probably, you know, exploit it because, you know, the Switch is portable. Just take that shit to the supermarket aisle, tag a bunch of motherfucking cereal boxes against your Switch.
True.
Yeah.
Well, if they're still there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure this stuff is still going to fly off the shelves. Mm-hmm. Like, I might even try to get one myself.
Vacuum seal that motherfucker.
Yeah, I would never eat the cereal. I would just feel like this cereal is staying in here forever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're right. You could tag a bunch. Like you could potentially tag a bunch of cereals and just take your Switch with you and just put it right up to the cereal box and boom. Wow, a box, a motherfucking box.
It's kind of a cool box.
It is, and it has a nice little amiibo tag and everything. So let's see. Look at those nutrition facts, though. Like 120 calories for what? 3/4 of a cup. One cup. Okay.
I'm trying to solve the maze in the back of the box.
Yeah. See, like old school, man.
Hell yeah. Good old days.
Every Super Mario cereal box is an amiibo you can use to unlock special content to power up your Super Mario Odyssey adventure. It's basic. If you have any amiibo at all, it does the same thing. But I'm sure that's not going to stop people. Wow. So, all right. So that's it for headlines for this week. And we're going to move into new and upcoming releases. And Alex is going to go ahead and take us through what we have to look forward to. So go ahead.
It's a surprisingly busy week this week. So, I actually opted to skip a couple of games that maybe not worth mentioning. It's just personal call. I don't know if some of those games that I'm not calling out are like actually good games, but we're going to go down this list because we've got a lot of things to cover this week. So for this week, we've got a truncated list for the week of December 5th. First up, we've got Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition for the PlayStation 4.
Complete edition?
Yeah, it comes with the DLC packed in and everything. One handy, convenient package.
Isn't it like one DLC?
I don't know, man. Maybe you get like extra bonus costumes and things like that in addition to it.
Okay, well, cool. Hopefully that means that's the end of it. But
it saves you from.
I still recommend, if anybody hasn't checked out Horizon Zero Dawn, definitely do it. We were late to the show, and god damn it,
we kicking ourselves.
Regret it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it also saves you from like having to buy the DLC separately after the fact.
Right.
Also out this week is Destiny 2 Curse of Osiris DLC is available now for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Dead Rising 4 Frank's Big Package. Available for the PlayStation 4. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. This character pack for Winter Soldier, Black Widow, and Venom. That's available now for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. You excited about any of those characters there?
I wanted to try Venom, if anybody. Winter Soldier, yeah, I'd try him out too.
He looked kind of cool. He did that little like block with his arm. He was like blocking projectiles and shit and walking forward.
Yeah, basically. I saw a video of someone actually just exploiting that like crazy bad. Like basically the Winter Soldier had his arm out the whole time, and they were doing like everything like gem activation and combos on his arm. And he was blocking everything.
Okay.
And I mean, you know, to be fair, like you could literally like hit him low and it'll cancel it out. But if you're hitting him like mid or like trying to hit the arm itself, nothing gets through it.
Wow.
They're going to have to patch that like real soon. Because I saw a video of this Sigma just going to town, like switching characters, supers. It was craziness, and the arm was blocking it all.
Nice.
So okay, it's like try him on that at least before they patch it.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
We also got this week. I think there's more DLC this time for Steep Road to the Olympics for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. The Walking Dead: The Telltale Series Collection is now available for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. That pretty much combines all the Telltale Walking Dead games up until this point. Although I think they did announce the third season, which I think is also the final season.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to catch up before then, you can definitely get that, and gets to killing some zombies and other crazy shit in those games.
And maybe some people.
Yeah. Man, that first season still sucks. Such a fucking killer. God damn.
It's out. It's out on PC, right? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's like you can get it on your phone if you want to.
Yeah, I think I will.
Also this week is A Hat in Time, available now for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Chaos on Deponia for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Got some PS2 classics. Jack 2 is available now for the PlayStation 4, as well as Jack 3 and Jack X Combat Racing for the PlayStation 4 as well. So I think that completes all of the Jack and Daxter games on PS4 now.
Yeah. Oh, actually, on a quick side note too. So there's an interesting theme that's coming to the PS4. I think as of when you're hearing this, but it's pretty much the old PS2, the PS2 startup menu dashboard thing.
Yeah.
And it looks really fucking cool. I am going to invest in that because that just brought back so many memories. But they took a lot of time to actually like make it like as close as possible to the original PS2 theme, including the clock and everything. So it looks really cool. I just wanted to say that. And it just happens to come out on the same day as the Jack 2, 3, and X games. Yeah. So. Yeah.
I was looking at the video of that theme and it was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
The memories.
Awesome.
The memories.
Yeah.
But for the rest of this week's releases, we've also got Human Fall Flat, available now for the Switch. Invector for the PlayStation 4. Red Game Without a Great Name for the Nintendo Switch. Riptide GP Renegade for the Switch. Tesla Grad also for the Switch. And Justice League VR The Complete Experience for the PlayStation VR. We've also got a couple of Friday releases. First of up, first of which is Battlestar Galactica Deadlock for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Also on Friday is Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus for the PlayStation 4 and PC. And Tennis in the Face for the Nintendo Switch. And then surprisingly, we have a Saturday release this week. Loco Roco 2 Remastered is going to be out for the PlayStation 4. Then we've got a number of, worthwhile betas maybe, or something at least worth mentioning. First of which is more of like a free demo, but I know they did this, I think, last week or like around Thanksgiving, but like I felt it was very short notice, so I didn't get to say it on the show here. Right. But Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is having what they call a free versus mode demo weekend. Unfortunately, this is only for the PlayStation 4, but this will be happening this Friday, December 8th, from Monday the 11th. If you're hearing this now, you can preload right now and be ready for the weekend to play some Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. You can only use the characters or the launch characters. No DLC characters, unfortunately, will be available with the free demo. Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. I thought that was the whole point of the demo, that they could do it with the DLC characters so people can at least try them out.
You would think.
See if they want them.
But nope.
Oh, man.
Just the launch guys.
Okay. Not even the earlier DLC characters like Black Panther and whatnot? Oh, my God. Doesn't make any sense. Okay.
Yeah, it's not the best, but it's something. But you will be able to play with other people that have the full game as well if you get this free demo for the weekend. We've also got a beta this weekend for Monster Hunter World, also exclusive to PlayStation Plus. It's happening this Saturday, December 9th. And running until Tuesday, December 12th. And then finally, for betas, Fighting EX Layer. Also only for PlayStation 4, unfortunately. That's starting Monday, December 11th, but this is going to run for 2 weeks, so this will end on Christmas. On or before Christmas. I'm not entirely clear. They just said 2 weeks. So you can mess around with that. I forget which characters are in there, but I know there's a post on the PlayStation blog kind of detailing everything that you can get into with that demo.
Yeah, I think there are like 4 characters available.
Yeah.
Including Alan Snyder.
Mm-hmm.
Love that dude.
Then it's another month, so we've got, your PlayStation Plus subscription stuffs and everything else here. So if you have some gaming subscriptions, you can get some free games this month. So we're going to start off with PlayStation Plus for the month of December 2017. You can get, with your subscription, Darksiders 2 Definitive Edition for the PlayStation 4. And Kung Fu Panda Showdown of Legendary Legends for the PlayStation 4. Siberia Collection for the PlayStation 3. X-Blaze Lost Memories for the PlayStation 3. Forma 8 for the Vita, which is cross-buy with the PlayStation 4. And finally, Wanted Core for the Vita. Not a great month this month for PlayStation Plus, fortunately. But on the Xbox side, for games with gold this month, you can get, with your gold subscription, Warhammer End Times Vermintide for the Xbox One. That you can get for the entirety of the month of December from the 1st through the 31st. And then also for Xbox One, Back to the Future, the game 30th Anniversary Edition from December 16th through January 15th. Then, speaking of Rez, man, Child of Eden, you can grab that for both Xbox One and 360 from December 1st through the 15th. And then finally, Marlowe Briggs and the Mask of Death. Also for both Xbox One and 360, you can get that from December 16th through the 31st. And that is going to do it for all the new releases and everything that's happening this week.
Well, we had a great week to look forward to.
Yeah, we're going to stop this show and then watch the Game Awards and see PUBG win Game of the Year.
Oh. Well, it's got some tough competition. Some real tough competition. I'm really hoping Persona 5 wins it. Mm-hmm. But it's not gonna, I know, but Yeah, if not Persona, then Zelda is probably going to take it. I want Mario to take it too, but probably Breath of the Wild is probably going to take it, I think. But
yeah.
But in any case, that means we're done with this episode. So before we officially go, we would like you to visit innercitygeeks.com if you haven't done so already during the time of this show, because it's where we're located and we have a bunch of stuff sometimes regarding everything geek. You can listen to our episodes on and or subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's Good Games Podcast. We actually, this was kind of a surprise, but the Inner City Geeks podcast is also back with a new episode after like 3 years or something like that.
I don't know. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time. But yeah, our leader Steve is back with a new episode of Inner City Geeks, and he's talking about pretty much the state of current things. With like, he talks about the Infinity War trailer and the new Punisher Netflix series, and he talks about the Runaways TV show, and yeah, he's in that episode he pretty much stuck to like media, but yeah, he's planning to just pump out more episodes from this point on. So yeah, welcome back. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I feel like yo, this is happening again.
I see you guys again.
Yeah, man. So yeah, so you can catch all episodes of Inner City Geek will be on SoundCloud for the time being. So if you look it up on SoundCloud, you can definitely find it there.
Or you can just go to our homepage at innercitygeeks.com and get the link right from there.
Yeah, you can do that too. That's probably the easiest way. Probably the easiest way to do it. But yeah, so just give a listen to that episode. It's really short too. It's not as long as ours. So but yeah, and moving along, you can listen to us as well on iTunes, where you can leave us a review. It's the best thing that you can do for us, whether you like the show, whether you don't like the show. Just let us know what you think so that we can improve. And you can listen to us on Stitcher Radio as well. And you can basically listen to us where all podcasts are available to be listened to. And I also want to encourage everyone that if you're going to do any kind of Amazon shopping, especially during this holiday season, that you go to innercitygeeks.com first, and that you click on that Amazon banner on the right-hand side of the page. When you do that, it'll take you to Amazon.com, and then go buy whatever it is that you are going to buy. And when you do a little bit of that, we'll come back towards us so we can provide more show and more content for you. You can reach us on all of the social media outlets, mainly Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at Inner City Geeks. The Twitter for this show is at Good Game Podcast. Because of character limitations, we can't put the S in there, but it's still us. And you can also email us at goodgamespodcast@gmail.com. And we actually do read our email, so feel free to send us a message or say hey or talk about games and stuff, because we're free to do that for you over there too. And that's going to about do it for this one. We've got some interesting episodes planned for you guys in the next few weeks, and we'll definitely be talking about the aftermath of this week, of this weekend, I should say. Next week, we will be talking about that. So yeah, stay tuned, and we'll come at you with that, with some mad stuff. So with that, and leaving as always, we say good games, everybody.
Good games.